Hello and welcome to Pit Stop Procrastination, the pit stop for your thoughts when you just want to debrief the race. You are joined by Remii and Zoe. Hello, Zoe.
Hi, Remii. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you.
That is good.
Just like that, the 2025 Formula One season is done. From title fights and team drama to wild races, radio meltdowns, and moments we absolutely did not see coming. It's been a year.
Yes. Today's episode is all about looking back, our favourite races, standout drivers, teams that surprised us, teams that disappointed us, and the moments that lived rent-free in our heads all season.
No race-by-race recap, just the best, worst, and most intense parts of 2025.
So let's get into our 2025 recap. Zoe, what just happened all year?
Well,
oh my God.
Far out. I mean,
it's so crazy.
Such a crazy year. I feel like I also just want to address the elephant in the room. We're recording this on a Saturday. It's fucking hot. And I'm sweating up a storm.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. So do you.
Thanks.
But I'm feeling a bit hot and bothered. So just letting everyone know that.
Our first hot day in Melbourne, really. So we're really feeling it.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, what a year.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I can't believe we recorded episodes for the whole year, that the season is over. Can't believe the way it turned out. It's just all nuts.
Isn't it? This is our 32nd episode.
Oh my God.
It's really crazy.
It's so nuts. Thanks for sticking around, everyone.
Yeah, thanks guys for helping us grow and learn and everything and just have a bit of fun.
Oh, it's been so awesome.
What a cool little hobby.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. I think the number one question that I want to reflect on with you is what your favorite race this year was. So
yeah.
I was kind of thinking we could talk about it in two different parts. One location wise, vibes, etc. And track wise, and then also the racing itself.
Absolutely.
So what was your favorite race location wise?
So I had Miami for this one.
Ooh, tell me why.
Well, I just think it's a fun vibe. I thought the boat situation was a bit funny.
Was hilarious, yeah.
That really added to it. This was also the race that had the Lego cars.
Oh.
So I just feel it was really well rounded, great branding, funny side stories.
Yeah.
Fairly good racing, which was good. Oscar had a victory there. So yeah, I just thought it was really, really fun.
God, those Lego cars feels like it was just yesterday.
I know.
May?
Yeah, literally. So I had Miami. I think I kind of want to go there. I probably said this earlier in the year.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
So yeah, I just thought it was so much fun. Lots of celebrity appearances as well. Good vibes all around,
Yeah,
I feel
true.
It was a good track.
True.
Yep. What
Okay.
did you have?
I had
Oh no, it's your favorite
We're
one.
back again. Azerbaijan
Yes.
for mine because I literally cannot go past that castle turn.
Yeah.
You know, where it goes next to the castle.
Yep,
Whatever.
yep,
The
yep.
track just looks sick and
Yep.
it's right by the water and it's just giving all these medieval vibes.
Yep.
And I don't know why, but I just have this really strong pull that I really want to go there.
Yeah, you
so
did
much
say
so that I was researching how much it would cost to go and things like that.
Oh my God.
So it's doable.
We've got to get to an international race.
We do.
It's on the cards.
I'm telling you, Singapore.
Oh my God.
Singapore next year.
How many times am I going to be away next year?
So many, and that's fine. What about in terms of the racing itself? What was your favorite race this year?
Well, I had the Qatar Grand Prix, which is kind of funny because I just remember the 1.8 second pit stop, the teasing with Red Bull, which made everything really exciting with McLaren.
Yep.
So I just thought that was a really interesting race strategy wise that I really quite enjoyed. And it's top of the dome still.
Yeah, I guess because just to refresh everyone's memories, there was a safety car on lap 7 and everybody came in apart from the McLarens and Oscar had a dominant weekend and yeah.
It was, obviously a bit sad that race, kind of where things fell apart a little bit more. But I just really enjoyed it. I just thought it was so interesting for some reason. So
no, but that's a good point because then it also led into the championship showdown in Abu Dhabi. If Lando had been more dominant, he would have just won it there and then. But it meant that we got this challenge coming through.
That's what I wanted all year.
Yeah, genuinely.
Absolutely. What did you have, Zoe?
Australia.
Oh my God, what a throwback.
Yeah, and this for a few reasons.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of, I guess, our second question as well feeds into this. But I think it was my favorite race because we just had no idea what was coming.
Yep, 100%.
Lewis was, if you like think about where we were at this point, Lewis hadn't driven a Ferrari before he was coming out. There was heavy talks that he was going to win his 8th world title with Ferrari. Like the possibilities were genuinely endless. Like there was all these murmurings about how well Oscar was going to do this year. And I remember thinking like, wow, everyone's really backing Oscar. But when you looked at the end of last year, he couldn't hold a candle to Lando kind of thing. And so I was like, wow, are people really backing him? Like the possibilities were endless. And we just really didn't know like what was going to happen. And I think that
it's the best race of the year. You're right.
And then watching it unfold. And I'm not going to go into what actually happened in the race because that's my answer for the second thing. Like just everything that unfolded in that race, it was like there was never a comfortable moment. And those are my favorite races. Like I feel like every race is things that happen at the front, at the back of the race or in the middle, but it's never like consistently crazy. And in Australia was that.
Oh, it was so nuts. It just did not stop raining. It was actually ridiculous. Kimi Antonelli was like the only rookie to survive that race. Oh, nah, that changed my mind. That's definitely my favorite.
And also because we were both there, I think it adds to it too.
God, it was good. It was a really, really good Grand Prix. And I was like, we are set up for an amazing season. Yeah, you're so right.
Yeah. Well, that leads really nicely into like, what was your most shocking moment of the season?
I was thinking about this and I think it would have to be like Max's pit lane to P3 not long ago because that was very –
in Brazil.
Yeah, that was really awesome. Like to see – like to be able to believe in him to be able to do it and he actually executed it was actually unbelievable.
Yeah, because I remember he qualified really badly, right? And then he had a full breakdown about his car and then they were like – pulled it all apart, so he started from the pit lane and then he managed to put it like P3. Yeah.
Remember in the podcast I was like, I can just imagine Max B like, nah, pull it to pieces. We'll just start from the pit lane and make it work.
Yeah.
I think also too really shocking was Lewis's performance because, as you were just saying, everybody thought that he was going to have this incredible season at Ferrari and he really fell off by the end of it. So I think that was probably pretty shocking for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah. I think his Ferrari trajectory, and to be honest, the trajectory of Ferrari in general has been really terrible this year.
Really bad.
And like, I guess like I'm probably having recency bias, but I just don't feel like Ferrari are ever this like badly put together. Like John Elkann coming out with his comments, that was also really shocking.
Yeah.
And just the fact that, they just couldn't hold it together.
They've had a really weird time because I remember last year, like Charles and Carlos together, like they had a lovely year. I only have good memories, really. Yeah. Like obviously Ferrari's always fucking something up.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know what happened to them this year. It was really bad.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how they kind of pull things together for next season.
Yeah. So mine, as I alluded to before, was Australia. I just think that in terms of thinking about shocking things that happened, it was like one after the other, after the other, after the other. Like, obviously Isaac Hadjar, he was a rookie. We had no idea what he was like and what he was going to do.
Yeah.
And he crashed like on the formation lap, and as you said before, like Kimi Antonelli was the only rookie to actually survive. Like everybody was just putting it in the wall.
It was so wet and like such dangerous conditions. I didn't know if the race was going to go ahead really.
Well, yeah. And so I guess the end of the standings, like we haven't, and I could be wrong, again, recency bias, but I don't really think we had something like this all year. So Isaac didn't even start.
Yeah.
Liam Lawson, he crashed. Gabriel Bortoleto crashed. Fernando Alonso crashed. Carlos Sainz crashed. And Jack Doohan crashed.
Yeah.
So we only actually had 40 people. We only actually had 14 people finish the race.
Yeah. I don't think we had many races like that this season. It was quite bad.
No, and it was just, this is the thing, one after the other, after the other, after the other. And you couldn't really believe what you were watching. Just so many people just crashing.
Yeah, it was so nuts. I remember at the time I felt like really disappointed that it was racing because I was like, far out. I just wanted like a proper, normal, sunny day so that we could like really see where everyone's going to stand. Because really by the end of Australia, we still didn't know who was going to be really good because it was like such treacherous conditions.
Yes.
So that's actually really true.
And also I guess another shocking moment was Oscar putting it in the grass and then backing it out of that, which was insanely impressive. So just so many shocking moments where you just didn't know. Again, it like added to the momentum of like, we didn't know where anyone stood.
Yeah.
And then everything was just happening one after the other is crazy.
And with that Oscar moment, I feel like it was this weird, like subtle foreshadowing for him for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Because it kind of showed him like, you cannot give up no matter what on earth happens to you.
Yeah.
You are going to be in this until the end.
Yeah.
And that's
such a good point.
Yeah. It's weird to like think about that moment. I literally have goosebumps like thinking about how he was like, no, I'm not giving up. I'm getting it out and we're carrying on.
We're going.
Yeah.
And I think he put it into P10 as well.
He did really well. That's right. Oh, man. That was a good race. That was so good. It's so special that it's the first one of the season. I can't wait. Oh,
because we're going to have a similar thing happen. Yeah.
We're not going to know like who's going to perform well. Hopefully the weather's good. You never know in Melbourne. So, yeah, we're both going to be there.
It'll be great.
Which is great. Yeah. Thank God.
So who was your standout driver then? Who did you think was overall the best? I reckon we do this in two parts actually. I'm changing the script as we go. Standout driver, so overall best and then best rookie.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I feel like we're both probably going to say Oscar.
Yeah.
I had two, as I always do. I'm never playing by the rules.
Yeah.
So I just feel like Oscar, as we've just been saying this entire episode, never failed to give up all season. And things were looking really grim for him at that halfway point, like after that. So I think he just drove absolutely phenomenal all season.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to add anything else before I get into my second person.
No, so he was also my standout driver as well. And I think it goes back to what I was saying at the start. Like when you look at where we were at the end of 2024, you know, Oscar was like doing well, but he was nowhere near Lando. Lando was the established driver and that kind of thing. And they were still racing, like they were still two number one drivers, but Lando was clearly the favorite.
Yeah.
Like I remember we were at a work thing and we were talking about whether like Oscar was going to be able to like put it on pole and win. And I used to be thinking in my mind, like we're trying to sell a fairy tale here, you know?
Yeah.
And it just genuinely became the norm. And I think that just that crazy upward trajectory that he had in terms of training over the winter break was really, really impressive. And I hope that that's what happens to him again after what's just happened to him.
Because it's literally his third season. Yeah. Like it doesn't happen like that very often. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be unfair as well if I didn't call out Carlos Sainz.
Yes.
Because that man did such a good job in a new team and in a new car.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, really.
Yeah. I think we can look back on it now because I think he did have like a pretty shit first half of the year.
Yeah.
But I think his ability to bounce back, especially when you compare him to like Lewis, for example. I get it.
100%. And he had that little sticker that he stuck on his helmet from the little girl and then he's just really been up since then, which I think is really sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny kind of looking at him and Lewis like this season, like obviously not like comparing them because it's like a different situation, but it is like kind of funny. He comes out of the Ferrari, Lewis goes into the Ferrari and then Carlos has managed to like, you know, pull this car out.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Alex didn't really have the best season in the same car.
No.
Like it was okay, but like nothing special from him, which I was really hoping for a lot from Alex this year.
I think Alex is struggling because he now has like a competitive teammate. I don't think he's really like vibing with that, which is hard.
I think that would be really hard because I feel like your teammate can either like bring you up or like scare you know what I mean? Because I feel like Lando and Oscar kind of did have that like kind of good rivalry where they were trying to like pull each other up in like a weird way, but maybe they don't have the same dynamic.
And they've said that like, you know, like Oscar and Lando have both said in the past that like they look at each other's data and they make each other better.
Yeah.
So,
which I think will be really hard to do like for everyone. So yeah.
Cool. Okay, my rookie of the year is Isaac Hadjar.
Yeah. 100%.
I love him so much. Like,
100%.
And I guess people can argue that it could be Kimmy, and I don't know what you're going to say. I'm not going to foreshadow it. But like, because Kimmy's higher in the standings. But I just think Isaac, what he's done with that car, like the Racing Bulls is obviously like a junior team. Like, it's not a Mercedes, and he's just completely like exceeded everybody's expectations. And like we were saying, you know, he doesn't start like because he crashes out in the formation lap in Australia.
Yep.
And he doesn't let that destroy him.
100%.
You know, he just bounces back and gets it done. And I just think that he's been the most consistent rookie all year.
Yeah, I would probably have to agree with you, really.
Really? I thought you were going to say Kimmy.
I am going to say Kimmy as well because he is just something special. He has got that little spark about him. He was very consistent this season.
I don't think he was.
I think he was.
What about his dip in the middle for about 6 races?
Look, that wasn't great.
No. But that therefore means he wasn't consistent though.
Yeah, still did okay though. It was all right.
He wasn't doing that well.
I just think he's so, like, for his first year, obviously, like he's in a Mercedes and he had like big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
And I think that would have been like super scary, like knowing that like, oh yeah, like I'm replacing Lewis Hamilton, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that would have been super scary. But I really feel like he did a good job. I think he had a great attitude, to be fair. I don't know if you would agree.
No,
but
I agree.
I think he really did. And yeah, I just love Kimi, honestly. I think he's one to watch out for.
I do too. I think he definitely had some missteps this year. Like I think he needs to humble himself a little bit more, like on track, thinking he's doing the right thing, and then like, you know, like the incident with Oscar and things like that.
Yeah, he had a couple of spicy moments in there.
Yeah. And I also think that he did have like a very prominent gap in the middle where he was performing really badly.
That's fair.
I
still think he's great.
Counter you.
But I do 100% agree with Isaac because he did so well. And that was like a shit as start. Yeah. So I think he's done well. I'm very scared for him next year.
Oh, I don't think that's going to go well, but whatever.
I think if anyone could do it, it could be him, really.
Yeah. And I also just want to preface, I love Kimi. I just didn't mean to sound.
No.
No, I just like having discussions.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. God, what a season. It's just so nice, like looking back, hey?
Yeah. Okay, so who did you think was your best team overall this year?
So I found this question really, really hard to answer because I kind of was like, well, it is McLaren because of how they kind of top the charts in World Drivers and Team Championship. But, you know, they did have a fair few issues like throughout the year as well. So it's I just really didn't know kind of what to say for this one because I feel like everybody has so many pros and cons, because I also was like, oh, Red Bull was good, but I was like, no, they had like complete like team dramas like all year, which was super unsettling for the entire team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I found this question really hard to answer, really.
Yeah, okay.
What did you have?
So I had Red Bull.
Yeah.
And I think I had that for a number of reasons. Number one being they came back from so far behind to deliver like a car that basically could have gotten Max a victory.
Absolutely.
Like a fourth championship, I should say. Fifth championship, I should say.
Yeah.
And I also think Christian Horner is obviously like not a very nice man, allegedly. And so I just thought that for them getting rid of him made me really happy. Like I think that like finally, you know, we're starting to see them kind of take it more seriously, become more of a corporate environment. Well, not corporate, but just like, I guess, not the Wild West. And I think that they've really cleaned up their act this year, which makes me happy.
Yep. I totally agree with that as well.
Yeah.
Worst team was also a tricky one for me.
Yep.
I kind of had like Ferrari and Alpine.
Yeah.
Because my Ferrari wasn't necessarily like bad. Like, they finished like fifth, I think, in the constructors, if I'm correct. So it wasn't like that bad, but like they just feel like they didn't have that good team dynamics all year.
That's me too. Yeah.
But however, Alpine, like every single week, I was like thinking, what are they doing? Where are they going? Like, you guys aren't really doing anything. Didn't feel like they ever recovered. They kind of had those driver swaps at the start of the season, which was super unsettling.
Yeah.
So, you know, they didn't necessarily, you know, they were quite a dysfunctional team.
Yeah.
I feel like as well.
I agree. Like, need we forget like the Alpine drama with they have had like 5 team principals in the space of like 18 months.
That's true.
Flavio Briatore's back, and he's obviously allegedly like not a great guy.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's really tricky as well. And yeah, the whole Jack Doohan Franco Colapinto drama, and yeah, I completely agree. Ferrari obviously also, they were my worst team because I just feel like they were not, you know, even if you're like, Alpine have done a better job of this. Like, if you're not even a united team, what have you got? Like, at least when Flavio came in, they were like a unit and they were stable, and they've kept Franco so they can be stable and stuff. Whereas like you've got John Elkann coming out and making all these comments, like it doesn't seem like they're listening to Lewis. Like when he like writes them like notes down of what he needs in the car, it just feels like very like old boys club. And I just think that it's just completely to their detriment.
I do agree. There's been just so much tension in the Ferrari team all year. So hopefully they can use this time off to rebuild.
Hopefully.
And I would love to have a good season for Ferrari as a Ferrari fan. It kills me.
For fuck's sake. It just
kills me.
It makes me so sad when you think about where we were like pre-Australia. We saw those photos of Lewis like, you know, like those infamous Ferrari photos. And it's just been completely fucked since then.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping for a better 26.
I hope so too. Okay, lead us in, Rim Dog.
And now it is time for your favorite radio message. This was hard. So I'm going to start with, it was from Lewis Hamilton in Monaco when he was like, have a tea break while you're at it.
Oh, yes. That was amazing.
That one was really, really good.
Yeah.
So that I'll just leave it there.
Yeah,
that was so good, man.
Nice. So mine is from, I believe, earlier in the year. It was actually the first race.
Yes.
So obviously really rainy, and Charles goes, is there a leakage? And then his race engineer goes, the leakage where? And then Charles goes, I have a seat full of water. And then the race engineer went, must be the water.
That's such an iconic one.
Yeah, it became such a meme. And then Leclerc said, let's add that to the words of wisdom. I really liked that.
So good.
Yeah. I only had two, so my next one is George, and it was when he fucking lost his shit around a few races ago. I can't remember which one it was, but he was like, Marcus, I've got a fucking car up my ass, a car that is much quicker than ours. And it was just like the whole vibe of it, because he just flipped it. And then he was like, I've got a McLaren behind me. Want me to let him pass?
Oh, that was so funny.
You know, he just absolutely lost his shit. And yeah, so that was my fave.
Oh, that was so funny. God, a really, really great season of radios, truly.
Yeah, it was truly amazing.
It really was.
Did you have any tea of the year? Like, what was your favorite storyline?
Well, I just had in general everything that was happening at Red Bull all season, really, because it's not necessarily just like one moment. It was kind of all of it encapsulated into one, because I feel like we were all very shocked when Christian Horner was out.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Never thought that would happen. And just all the drama that was kind of happening like with the management for the entire year.
Yeah.
And, you know, swapping out drivers and things like that was quite unstable for a time there.
Yeah.
So that whole situation I kind of had. But there were so many like good things that came out this year.
Yeah, and just even through chatting, I didn't have this one written down, but the whole Alpine saga, that was crazy.
Nuts.
Still blows my mind that Jack Dillon is managed by Flavio and he got rid of him. Like, that's crazy.
That is really, really nuts.
I just had two quick ones, like a wholesome one and kind of a more non-wholesome one.
Amazing.
The wholesome one was Max having a baby.
Yes.
I really like that story. I think it's meant that we've seen a different side to him. Like, I definitely think it's softened him a bit, which has been really great. And then the non-wholesome one was Lando, the comments that he said about Max, and that video for us obviously went viral.
Yeah,
when he was just saying that he was basically handed the championships because of his parents.
Yeah,
so
that was pretty
a wild
spicy
thing to say.
Absolutely. Yeah. I will be super interested to see how Lando kind of goes in this season, like coming up now, because I feel like he's probably learned a lot this season, as he's kind of already stated. So I'm very interested to see how he carries himself.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just before we wrap up as well, I just had some additional like tea that has come out this week.
Amazing.
Just to kind of round out, we obviously recorded really soon after Abu Dhabi. So there are a couple of storylines that I think are important to cover. The first one was that Oscar's pass on Lando Norris was actually planned.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, Andrea Stella came out and said that that was the plan because they had Lando on a medium and Oscar on a hard, and so he had Oscar had more of the opportunity to like try and attack Max by getting like in front and like chasing him, and Lando was all good with that because he also said like in the I guess like interviews afterwards that he wanted Oscar to have a win so that they would both like have something to celebrate.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really interesting. They've came out and said that the whole thing was planned, and that's why Oscar was able to sail past him so quickly.
So interesting, because I just found that Zach Brown's attitude was just so weird when he was like, I expected that, but I guess because it was, but at the time I was like, that sounds so weird.
Yeah. 100%. The other one is a crazy one. Helmut Marko is no longer at Red Bull.
Yeah, I did see this pop up.
Yeah, and I think this is again why they are my favorite team of the year because they have really just like gotten rid of everybody that has like a bad attitude.
Yeah.
So basically I found an article here and it was kind of talking about how Helmut Marko saw himself as like a big dog.
Yep.
Now that Christian Horner was gone and he was in control. So over the summer break he signed Arvid Lindblad to Racing Bulls without talking to anybody about it, which was crazy. And they obviously got mad at him about this and were like, you can't just sign people without talking to us. And by this, I mean like, you know, the Red Bull big dogs and Laurent Mekies, the new team principal. And then Helmut Marko ignored that and went and signed Alex Dunn. And this makes so much sense when you think back, you know, like he ended his relationship with McLaren and it was a bit weird because I was like.
It was so weird.
I get that, you know, you've got no options because Oscar and Lando are kind of there for a couple of years, but it's like you're a really good driver. You've just impressed everybody in your FP1 tests and things like that. And you're cutting ties with an F1 team. It makes sense that you'd be going somewhere, but where would you be going? There's no real seats. And anyway, it turns out that it's because Helmut Marko had signed him. And that was really controversial because Laurent Mekies and the CEO of, well, not the CEO, sorry, I guess like the big dog at Red Bull, had already decided that Alex Dunn wasn't going to be an option for their development program. They didn't want him, and Helmut Marko signed him anyway. And so
nuts.
Yeah, so Red Bull were really, really mad about that. Yeah. And they made Helmut Marko terminate the contract, and it cost Red Bull like hundreds of thousands of dollars, which is insane.
So nuts. Wow.
And then a week ago, or a couple of weeks ago now, he then obviously made all those stupid comments about Kimi Antonelli that set the whole internet off. Yeah. Just dangerous and stupid. Like, I think there's one thing for GP and Max having a joke on the radio and like for Helmut Marko to come out and say like really disgusting
after the
fact.
100%.
You know, saying that he had deliberately let Lando pass and all those kinds of things.
Yeah.
And they then made Helmut Marko apologize a day later, which was at the time pretty crazy to me because they've never really made him do that before. No. But all that to say, they kind of got rid of him after that. So, you know, I guess this article kind of alludes to the fact that by getting rid of Christian Horner, they hoped to like create calm within like the racing department, and that mostly happened. But Helmut Marko was still causing issues, and so they turfed him too.
So crazy.
Yeah.
Wow. What a crazy little end to the season.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how much more they could come in like the next couple of weeks before the year is over.
I know. It's going to be interesting, isn't
Everyone
it?
just have a break. We had the FIA like awards night and everything last night. Yeah. So hopefully everyone's just feeling like this is the end. We're not going to have any more dramas for a few weeks. Let's just go on holiday.
Let's just go on holiday and chill out.
And live our life.
Yeah. Yay.
God, what a season. That was a really, really fun one.
Yeah. And definitely like let us know in the comments as well, like under the episode, like what your favorite moments were, if we'd missed anything.
Yes.
There's obviously so much to unpack. It's really hard to remember. But
absolutely.
Yeah, it was a really good season, I thought.
Absolutely. So that's probably all we have time for today, Zoe. Yeah. Just a quick little recap.
Yep.
This will be in your ears very soon. Hello, because you're hearing it right now.
Yeah.
And we may or may not have another sneaky episode coming your way as a little Christmas treat.
Oh, we're so good to our listeners, aren't we?
So keep a little eye out for that.
Yep.
And then we will be back in your ears at some point. So we'll probably discuss that in the next episode.
Yeah, we'll take a little bit of a break. I've got to go and get married.
Yeah, Zoe's got to go and get married. That's another job. So exciting, guys. We cannot wait for that. Oh my God. I will be there too, which is really special.
Great. So but, one more episode before we get to that.
Yeah. Just a sneaky peek. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. And if you did, please follow us on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, even YouTube now.
Yep.
Where else can people find us, Zoe?
They can find us on TikTok. They can find us on Instagram. They can find us on Twitter. They can find us on Pinterest. They can find us everywhere they want. At Pit Stop Procrastination. And we put a whole bunch of videos up there. We have some really good discussions around, you know, what we've discussed on the pod and like what we think. So definitely go and chat with us there.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, everyone.
See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.